Winning a major prize in your chosen field is usually regarded as a surefire route to success, but it isn't always the case. Previous winners of the Barclaycard Mercury Prize, such as Arctic Monkeys and Elbow, have gone on to great things, but others, such as Speech Debel and Miss Dynamite, have floundered. Our culture editor Matt Cain has been to check out how the latest winners, Alt J and the band named after the computer keyboard Shortcut, are faring.
They're one of the biggest breakthrough acts of 2012, but they couldn't be more different from the manufactured pop of One Direction. Alt J won this year's Mercury Prize for their debut album, An Awesome Wave. Over brunch in South London, I asked how they felt about the increased attention.
Winning the Mercury means that your second album is kind of guaranteed an audience, which is really nice. That does take the pressure off in a way, because I know people are going to listen to our next album. But having said that, they'll also be judging it very harshly because of winning the Mercury with your first album, so it kind of works both ways, really.
A lot of people think that bands and artists lose their dignity when they start to play to a larger audience, but I really don't agree with that at all. I think my attitude is I'd just love to reach as many people as possible.
So in that case then, if your second album sells twice as many copies as your first and people accuse you of selling out, how will you feel about that?
I think if we've created an album that we all love and we're proud of, then I think it's two fingers up to those kind of people, really.
The four members of Alt J met while studying at Leeds University, while keyboardist Gus read English literature, Gwyl, Joe and Tom read fine art. We took them to visit the latest exhibition by Antony Gormley. Are you boys fans of Antony Gormley?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you have someone like Antony Gormley who's, has worked outside the gallery a lot, and then you put him in a gallery, then it definitely out here, it definitely seems like it's some sort of dialogue with the actual space. Like, he couldn't just go into a space and he could just do it.
Why do you say that with a smile on your face?
Because I sound like an idiot.
By chunks of me, you're a shark and I'm swimming.
Interesting that you have this background in the visual arts, but you don't put yourselves in your videos. Is this kind of counterintuitive?
I don't really want to see another music video of someone playing guitar, looking at a camera, or wandering around singing to a camera.
Yeah. As a piece of film, it's probably more exciting to exclude the band in music videos. I think it actually works for us in the sense, because it's not counterintuitive, because it kind of actually pushes this idea of the mystery of the band to a certain extent.
Do you guys get recognised in the street much?
It's normally after we've played a gig we get recognised, but we don't actually.
Immediately after coming off stage.
Immediately.
Like, you and Alt J?
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes they don't know.
And even though we've talked about you not appearing in videos and things, is there a part of you that kind of likes the recognition? You get a little twinkle of satisfaction.
Oh, who doesn't love
nice things?
Everyone loves a bit of recognition.
Nice.
Like Coldplay and Mumford & Sons, Alt J are unashamedly middle class, something that's often held against them.
I think it's kind of like, maybe like the myth of the artist. Sort of like you've got to be like tormented and like have all sorts of issues going on. Probably a drug habit, things like that, for you to sort of be established as a figure that can sort of channel emotions through your artwork.
I think it can be to do also with like privilege and stuff. People assume that if we're middle class and nice, we must have had all our guitars bought for us by Daddy, and just like we're not like, we didn't start. We must have somehow had some help along the way, and we didn't just start the band ourselves.
And have you had help, or have you worked hard?
Well, no, we started with completely nothing, didn't we? We sort of borrowing instruments and making do with what we had.
5 years and one Mercury Prize later, Alt J are filming a TV show at Abbey Road, the legendary studios made famous by the Beatles.
It's hard to relate to. Me personally, I don't feel like we're the same. Like, I still get starstruck, and I still kind of feel overwhelmed, and I don't go in there thinking, well, of course we're here.
We should be here.
Yeah.
So do you still feel imposter syndrome now, even though you've won the Mercury Prize?
I think it's gone away a little bit.
It's a good way of putting it, though, imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
good.
I haven't heard it phrased like that before. Yeah, it's gone away a bit. I think after winning the Mercury, it definitely went away a bit. We were like, OK, I guess we can now consider ourselves probably an established band to a certain extent.
Alt J plan to tour until next summer and then play festivals before returning to the studio to record that all-important second album, by which stage they might just have stopped feeling like imposters.
She makes the sound the sea makes, knee deep in the North Sea.
How could I have got that wrong? Of course, it's Alt J. Matthew Cain, too.